I'm David G, Sheshnag Yoga Center, sheshnag.com. What on earth is Kundalini? This video is just a short one on control dramas, and I'm giving reference to the Celestine prophecy written by a man called James Redfield. When you talk about energies, since we're energetic packets, if you look at the new science, quantum physics, biology of belief, we're not actually these physical beings that are encapsulated within the skin and that's where we stop. We're these energetic beings that interact with everything that around us environmentally and subjectively. With the control dramas, in the book he talks about two opposing control dramas. Let's start with the Intimidator versus the poor me. The Intimidator has grown to control their environment through intimidation, this often in the form of aggression to do with the third chakra, and power extortion from other beings through physical intimidation, psychological intimidation, whether it be in employment or within the family environment, doesn't really matter. Basically, there's an intimidating person or intimidating role that people play to get on top of other people's energy to extract that from them. The other one that is opposite to that, complementary, is the poor me. And the poor me is the victim psyche, where the energy is extorted or taken away from the person, and then they go to recoup the energy through some victimized psyche, which they've grown to embody. Be careful though, because if you're not up to playing those games and people are, like say, in managerial positions and they're used to unconsciously embodying the role of the intimidator, and you awake up to them and you know their subconscious tendencies and you can see it as clear as day, then because you are not a vulnerable form of prey like most people are, when you become invulnerable, they cry, poor me. It's insane, but you can see it happen because the intimidators, if they can't normally get away with controlling you one way, then they'll try and get the control the other way. Maybe the poor me's do it as well. I don't know if many victims step up and start to intimidate people, because I don't think the poor me has that aggression within them, within their third chakra. I think it's more of an letting go of their energy from a third chakra rather than overpowering someone with their third chakra. Anyway, there's the first two. Intimidator, poor me. The other one is the Interrogator and the Aloof. The Interrogator is awesome because it's to do with questions, and most of the time it's really subconsciously, unbeknownst to the person doing it. And normally they're really pure of intent in their interrogation until they get to a point where they are invalidated. When they are invalidated, that's where they control the situation and extort the energy from the person that is giving them the answers. The other one to do with the interrogator is the aloof. So you can either, if the interrogator is asking you questions with pure intention and you're awake up to their game, you can either choose to divulge the information and run the risk of being judged according to the interrogator's value and belief system of what they hold to be true and untrue, and then they'll subsequently superimpose their opinion onto you. Or you can remain aloof, which means that you will not divulge the information, and then you will control the situation because of the aloofness and your awareness of being aloof. But also there's a subconscious role in the aloofness as well, because there has been the opportunity where people have been questioned, interrogated, and then they have been in trouble by disclosing the truth. So then ultimately they become aloof because they disclose the truth and that didn't work for them. So then the next thing is they don't necessarily lie, but they remain aloof and do not disclose all the information that the interrogator is trying to extract from them in regards to the interrogator controlling them. So it can switch between whoever is the most dominant in their controlling issues. I just wanted to summarise a couple of the control dramas that are mentioned in that book, The Celestine Prophecy, and how they're fascinating once you get a grip on them. And me personally, I understand where I used to reside. Now, I'm happy not to reside there, but I don't play games with the other ones because I'm aware of their games, and most people are subconsciously involved in these roles. So once you become aware of them and you become conscious in that participation, then you can basically control the situation by picking a role out of all four of them, not necessarily in a way that's going to extract the energy for your own benefit, but more so you're not going to be manipulated subconsciously by the other fools that are subconscious and dominant in their quest for power and being predators. Om Namah Shivaya, Sheshnag.com, Om Devji, sharing the Jnana. Peace.